Alright you guys, welcome back to Mayfield Ranch. I'm Katie. So if you saw the previous video, that's what we ended up doing this morning. I started out the morning thinking that we were going to plant some things out here, just knock it out early while it was cool. It didn't work out the way I expected. So we're going to do a little bit of garden cleanup. Now we are ready to plant a few seeds. I want to plant some long beans. I'm just going to sow the seeds out here today. Plant a couple of tomatoes and sugar pie pumpkins. So let's get those going. So the first thing I want to get planted here are these black coat runner beans. I don't have a picture of them. I saved these seeds from last year. There's a couple of little starts that volunteered because I did leave a couple seeds out here, so that worked pretty well. I'm going to plant these right along the edge here so they grow up. They have gorgeous red flowers, so hopefully that works out good. The soil right here is not super wet, so I have the soaker hoses on now, but I'm just going to throw a few seeds in along here. See if we can encourage these guys to get started. And I'll water everything in when we're done. But super easy. Just let me show you. These are really big seeds. Although I only grew these in fall last year, in my experience, runner beans you can plant pretty close together. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to give them a couple of feet on this cattle panel to climb up, and hopefully that'll look really pretty. Okay, and on this side of the trellis, exactly the opposite of where we were planting, I'm going to plant these blot heel beans. So they're purple runner beans. I'm trying to open this carefully so I can reseal it. I probably won't plant the whole package here. Now we haven't grown these before, so if we like them, I'll grow them again next season. But I'm just going to put a few along the edge. And I just dropped them in. I'm going to just cover them up and we'll water them in real good. Okay, next right here, right next to where we had those beans, I want to plant these Indian giant snake beans. They look pretty cool. I'll definitely be able to tell the difference, so that's why I'm alternating. Now there's only, I don't know, maybe 10 seeds in here. So I'm gonna just make a little divot here. And I think I'm gonna save, let me show you how many seeds there are. There's just a handful of seeds. They're kind of a different shape. So I'm gonna save a couple, but I'll plant everything else. So I'm gonna save 2 seeds, just in case for some reason these don't germinate or it doesn't work. I've got one more shot. Okay, next in line here, so I didn't cover that up yet. I wanted to know exactly where I finished. I'm just gonna continue down. I want to plant these 1,500-year-old cave beans. So I put about half. In. So now I'm going to cover it up. Maybe I'll just try to leave an indicator of where I finished off here. There so I can remember. Okay, next on this side right here after those beans, I'm going to plant these Kajari melons. I haven't grown these before. I'm just going to throw a couple seeds because I don't have any starters. We'll see if we can grow these up on the trellis. You guys can hang out, watch garden tours, see how successful it is. So I'm going to put a couple seeds here. And they give you quite a few seeds. So I got about 7. If a couple come up, we'll be good. Okay guys, so back on this side, next to the black coat runner beans, I want to plant these long beans. These are Taiwan yard long beans. So we're gonna plant these right next to the black coat runner bean. These have really big red flowers, they're super pretty, so I'll be able to tell the difference. So we're just gonna put a few of those here, maybe a foot or 2 feet. So the whole front of our trellis is covered in beans. That's the idea. Now for these, I just threw the whole pack in because I have like 2 more packs of these, and hopefully these are good and we like them. We'll get plenty of beans. Okay guys, so right in here, I'm gonna plant these bush beans. So these are the wax bush beans, and we had those in the ground garden last year for fall, and they were really good. So I'm gonna plant these yellow wax beans right here in this area. I'm gonna space these out a little more carefully than I did the pole beans, because they probably do need a little bit more room since they are bush beans. So I'm gonna space them maybe every 6 inches or so. I'm not being super careful, just kind of putting them in here. So I'm gonna try to give us about 3 rows of these. We'll see what we end up with. And then I'm just gonna spread a little bit of soil over the top. I didn't really make a hole. Okay, so I've got the drip lines going, and I stuck the hose in here just because this is pretty dry, so I want to get it kind of wet as I'm planting these in. So we're going to put 3 of these Sweet Million hybrids in along here, and then I have 2 of the Abraham Lincoln that I'm going to put right here. And then this one is a chocolate pear tomato. It's an heirloom. We're going to put that right there. And then this one I've never grown before. They're looking kind of sad because I brought them out this morning. We still don't have them planted. But this is a yellow, let's see, what is this? Yellow patio hybrid tomato. So I'm gonna put this one in the front. I don't know how big it's gonna get. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna break up the roots a little bit. And then I'm gonna try to plant this a little bit deeper. Break off these leaves here and just kind of cover this up. I'm going to do that with all of them, and then we'll get them watered in. Okay, so I have these 4 little sugar pie pumpkins. We're going to plant these right here, and hopefully they'll grow up on the trellis. So I'll try to separate them so they're equally spaced, just right here up against that trellis. Okay guys, so I've soaked this a little bit, and once you dig down, it's not too bad, but you got to get about a foot down before there's really any moisture. So I'll put these in, and we're going to leave the drip line running, so hopefully that'll be good enough. So these are sugar pie pumpkins. A lot of dog treats with peanut butter and pumpkin, so I'm hoping we can grow enough pumpkin of our own so that we can make plenty of dog treats. We're gonna get everything watered in, and then we're gonna call it a day for today, but be sure you're subscribed so you can check out future garden tour videos. We'll see how everything's growing.